on our program, the platform, and we are going to be speaking with two people who are involved in Junkanoo, Bahamas Junkanoo Art and Music Festival coming up. We've had Angelique on our program before. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Jones.
Yes, and we're going to talk about what you did last year in a short while. And along with that on the program now is Gino Roll, better known as
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. And he has been involved in cardboard manipulation. And as you can see in the front of us, he has brought along with him JCN as well as the logo for Love 97. Angelique, you've been working with Gino?
Oh, yes. Gino, he's an exceptional builder. He also builds my costumes for Bay Street as well, by the way.
Oh.
So I know I'm going to look good once he touches my cardboard.
Yes.
He's a master artist. And he's exceptional with cardboard manipulation over the years. You know, this is something that you're self-taught because there are no classes on cardboard manipulation previously that I'm aware of. And he's just able to do so many things with this cardboard. He was the feature artist at the Bahamas Junkanoo Art and Music Festival last year, where he did demonstrations on cardboard manipulations, and he did a design that spanned the 2 days of the festival. So persons would actually be able to see the progress from start to finish once they came there. And we did constantly did photos so that people who weren't there would be able to see, you know, leading up to that particular point, you know. So he's amazing.
Yes. So, Mr. Gino, how did you get involved in this? How did it begin?
Well, growing up through two-shop corner off East Street, I became involved with Junkanoo at a very young age, 6 years old.
6 years old?
6 years old.
That is young.
There was a shack through my corner. There was two gentlemen, a guy by the name of Sticky and other gentleman by the name of Stafford Turnquest. Later on, I met Jackson Burnside building through my corner in one of the shacks. And from then, I just moved right into each stage, coming up through pasting. Well, actually, I started off cleaning up the shack. Yeah, so I gradually ended up learning how to build through Jackson's help, Percy Willa Francis' assistant, Bernard Gay Davis, a few other great Junkanoo legends that I've been around. My mother used to work to Abilities Unlimited that Paul Knowles used to operate back then. That's how I met him. And so through the years, I just end up around a lot of wonderful Junkanoo artists, and so things just rubbed off on me.
You've worked with many of the groups, eh?
I've worked with many of the groups,
Yes.
and I've worked with many of the family islands as well.
Okay. Yeah. And so you've been teaching cardboard manipulation as well, I suppose.
Yes, I've been teaching. I've taught a whole lot of young persons, particularly in Freeport and Eleuthera, Auckland, a few other islands and keys. I recently started doing it in Exuma, and so I travel teaching cardboard manipulation, because this is one aspect of Junkanoo that we would not want to lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, before Bianca comes in, you work with foam as well?
Yes, I do work with styrofoam.
Oh, okay.
But that aspect came on later.
Later.
But I enjoy the cardboard a whole lot more than the styrofoam.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Why is that? Is it easier?
No, it's not the ease of it. I think a cardboard gives you a better Junkanoo look to me. And I think if you really study the use of it, the same thing you could do with styrofoam, you could do with cardboard.
Okay.
But it may take a little more understanding of how use the cardboard.
Okay.
I believe you when you say that maybe the same as the styrofoam you could do with cardboard, because he is spectacular at his cardboard manipulation and he could make so many details. I don't know if I'm sure that you can make some crazy faces and stuff, like how you could carve out of the styrofoam, you could carve faces. I'm sure you could do that with cardboard, but I don't think that would be easy for anybody. I think you have he has such an incredible gift, and I actually had the privilege of watching you create that gigantic fish at the festival last year, which I enjoyed so much, which Angelique was the one that created this festival.
Yes.
And so it's so nice to have her back. And the beauty of the festival is that we do get to see the start to the finished project of this. And so how you created this, I don't know, how long did it take you to create this? Really fast for you probably, right?
I started this morning.
This morning?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
What a nice idea. How thoughtful. It's such a nice surprise.
A very, very good surprise. I hope we can get it painted in the right colors. You know, fix up, so that we can.
I say you might want that.
so that we can display it. You know, so I'm going to leave that to you.
Okay.
Right?
It's really nice.
It's very, very nice indeed. Yes. So tell us some more about the festival last year. How did it go?
The festival last year surpassed my expectations because, you know, the first time out of the gate with something, you don't expect persons to receive it as well as it was received. We had, we had the demographics of persons that attended the festival, all spectrums. You know, we had a large number of international visitors that were there as well. They heard the music. It wasn't advertised in a lot of the places where they were, you know, finances streamlined the marketing aspect of it. But we had a lot of international visitors. We had a lot of persons from various communities throughout New Providence that were in attendance. One of the things that persons complained about was that they wanted more food offerings. So that's one of the things we targeted more of, because we did surveys, so we got response from persons. They wanted more entertainment. This year we're bringing them more entertainment. We also have a segment where we have youth entertainment as well that's going to be a part of the festival. We have live bands this year. Last year we had entertainers perform to tracks, and this year we're able to incorporate live bands into it. And to me, the largest thing is that Junkanoo artists have answered the call to bring their costumes out, and last year we got quite a number. I think over 60% of the costumes that were displayed were sold. Okay. And that was the main feature of the festival, to have these authentic pieces sold, because the only costumes that were allowed to be sold were ones that would have performed on Bay Street either Boxing Day or New Year's. Okay. So if you created Junkanoo art that was not a part of those parades, you get a vendor space and you're able to sell your art there. But for the persons who would have performed, we allow corporate Bahamas and individual private citizens to get a preview of what's for sale at the festival. So a lot of persons were like, I want that, I want that. So when they came, when the gates opened, we were able to put sold on the costume.
And those sold signs were going fast. I was there, my daughter's costume was on a display there. It wasn't for sale, but that's why I know everything, because we were there for the whole time, for the whole time. And I was watching and walking around periodically, and those costumes were going fast, really fast. Yeah, and that was exciting.
An opportunity to come up close and really see the detail that you're not able to see when you're in the bleachers, or if you're standing along the parade route on Bay Street or Shirley Street. But you get to see the intricate details of these costumes, so you appreciate them so much more with that up close and personal.
And one thing that I really loved about it also is how you had it set up so that you could see the whole process of the start to finish process of what it would be like to be in a shack. And I had some family members with me from Finland, and they were just blown away by it. They wanted to be there all the time. Yeah, it was so nice. And, you know, especially even a lot of Bahamians, if you're not a part of Junkanoo, you can't go into the shack. you know, you're not allowed into the shack. So this is like a big honor to be in something like that and learn how it's really done.
We also have a featured section of the festival called the Pop-Up Shack, what allows you to come inside an authentic Junkanoo shack.
Yes.
And you're able to see the various stages of productions of costumes. You're able to see the materials that are used for the creation of the costume. You're also able to see the tools that are used. And also in the shack, we put price tags next to things. So you could have a better appreciation of how much money goes into the creation and production of one single costume.
How long have you been doing the Bahamas Junkanoo Art and Music Festival?
This is year 2, Mr. Jones.
That
Okay,
just started
okay.
last
That's-
year.
Year 2,
okay.
yeah. We're
And-
still a baby.
Yeah, and you're an educator, aren't you?
No, I work in the cultural industry.
Okay.
My area is cultural project development.
You're not a teacher?
No, sir.
Ah, boy.
I'm not cut from that special cloth.
Yes, well, you sound like a teacher. Are you getting support in the community as you think you should?
Well, I don't think we're at the point where we should be for the kind of support that is needed to give this type of festival the legs that it needs to be able to really stretch and flex.
Okay.
But support is growing.
Okay.
Some corporate entities have come on board, and our main thing is we're creating a booklet of the costumes. So we are sending that booklet out to corporate entities, encouraging them to purchase one of the costumes for display in the foyer, in their boardroom, you know, persons to get a piece of Junkanoo art to be displayed in their homes. And the prices vary, you know, so the size of the costumes vary, the prices vary. So there is something at the festival that can accommodate any budget.
Angelique, tell me, the preservation of these things, it's always a problem. I find that colors fade. And
Well, shellac,
yeah, okay.
the spray.
Yes.
It allows the color to last a little bit longer. And you would treat Junkanoo art just like you would treat any other fine art. You would not put your oil paintings in direct sunlight.
Right.
You would not expose them to the elements.
Right.
And you treat your Junkanoo art the same way, and it lasts just as long.
Okay. So you can speak to the shellacking.
Yeah, it depends on what you want, what your sole purpose is for this costume, because you could use the shellac, or you could use there's an epoxy. It makes it look like glass. You can use that. It all depends on what you want, and once you could tell the person you want it to be able to last 10 years. If you want 10 years out of it, you'll use the epoxy on it, or if you want it to use for what, 5-6 years, you'll use this shellac
I
spray.
have pieces at home that have none of that on it, and that are like 4 or 5 years old. I know not to put it in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
For it to fade too. And then
Air
the
conditioning as
other
well.
thing too, certain colors would last longer, and then the type of crepe paper that's used
Okay.
also extends the life.
Yeah.
Good. You know, you've been carving a whole lot of stuff. What is the biggest piece you ever carved from cardboard?
I did 30 feet.
30 feet.
30 feet, yes. I did a 30 feet piece for Transforming Spaces, and I did it for the Bahamas Development Bank.
Okay.
Yeah, down there at Bahama.
So Transforming Spaces, what did you carve that is 30 feet high?
We had this thing called Build a Battle, and we built two. One was a female ringing cowbell, and the next one was a drummer. And they were 30 feet.
Okay.
We used the pine, the palm tree, because of how high it was, and we built it off of that. And yeah, we used the top of the tree for to look like feathers,
I see.
and it came straight down to the ground,
Wow.
30 feet in there.
What do you do full time?
I'm a draftsman.
You're a draftsman.
Yeah.
Okay, it shows because you understand the angles
Yes,
and
the symmetry,
and symmetry and all of that,
yeah.
right? Yes, so it helps you in getting these things as accurate as you possibly can
Yeah,
get them.
basically the engineering is the key factor
Yes.
in the entire process. Once you
Okay.
understand the engineering process, you could manipulate it to do whatever you want.
Very good. And you've been doing it from you were a little boy, you say?
I was doing it for my 6 years old.
6 years old.
I'm sure your school projects were the best ones.
Yeah, I used to build for my primary school and my senior school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you rush?
I haven't.
Or you
rushed-
just
I haven't-
design
Yeah,
and manipulate the
yeah.
cardboard?
I marshal.
Or you marshal,
Yeah.
okay. But this must be a profession in itself.
It is, and if we can find a place where we can build some kind of a Jungle craft center for Jungle artists, just like how we have the straw market, if we could build a Jungle craft center where guys could just build crafts and souvenirs, etc., we'll be surprised. Who will be again?
Okay.
It's an amazing talent. It's some beautiful art. So,
So you having the event again this year at the same place?
It's at the Botanical Gardens, February 22nd and 23rd. The gates will open at 11 and it goes until 8. We end the night with a Junkanoo Rush Out by the Cacique Award-winning Junkanoo Commandos. We gotta say that. And like I said, we also have culinary demonstrations that are going to be taking place. We have Chef Wayne Munker, who's the featured chef. He's created a signature dish for the festival that includes a lot of locally grown seasonal produce. So his recipe was designed to incorporate things that are in season around this particular time. So you need to come out and taste that dish because he's planning on making enough for like 100 persons to sample it. Yeah. And we have signature drinks that are being created for the festival as well. We have somebody that sells Junkanoo branded cutlery and tablecloths and stuff like that. We have visual artists outside of Junkanoo artists that are bringing paintings and sketches for sale. And of course, we're going to have food and drinks and person showing you how to head an authentic Junkanoo drum. Fire manipulation, stilt walkers, body painting, because body painting and face painting is a very important part of Junkanoo.
Yes, I see
So
that.
we want our costumes, a seamless look with our costuming. So we have an artist that's going to be doing body painting on site so that you could get to see what goes into that production. So it's expected to be a full day, each day. For festival goers, each day there's going to be something different. So it's not going to be the same thing both days. You're not going to be able to say, well, I'm going to go this day and not that day. You're going to want to come both days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get the visitors to the Bahamas involved?
Yeah, they get an opportunity. We have some images from last year that I didn't even know. So many persons were participating in the Junkanoo Rush Out to the end. They get to see how to do the different rhythms on the drum as well as the cowbells as a part of the demonstration segments as well. So, and like Bianca would have said, a lot of Bahamians aren't exposed to this as well. So it's a win-win.
yeah, you get to even feel like the shears, feel how heavy they are. I noticed you put the most rusty ones though, and I don't know if everybody uses rusty ones, but I was showing my cousins and I was like, this is what you cut the cardboard out of, and it was so hard to
And
do.
they're heavy.
But it was really nice. They're heavy, and it's good that you get this feeling and see the contact and just know everything of all the wires and just have this
We have a
wonderful
part
lesson.
this time too. We're gonna allow persons to be able to smell the goat skin.
Okay.
That's a serious part of Junkanoo, the smell of
Smelling
that
the
goat
rank
skin.
goat skin.
They gotta smell it. You gotta experience Junkanoo when you come into the festival.
So in addition to the goat skin, you have sheepskin
Yeah.
and some other skins.
Yeah.
They use buffalo skins as well. They do import some skins because
cow
the
skin.
demand for the skins for Junkanoo. And then I didn't know, but some of the drummers tell you different skins with the thickness of the skin create different sounds. We already know the size of the barrels created different sounds, but I wasn't aware that the different skins produce different sounds as well.
Yes.
So I was educated.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had the late John Chipman here,
Yes.
and he was telling us about the various tones that you can get from the variety of skins that you use. you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have belts with different rings.
Yeah, and different sizes and different shapes
Yes.
and number of tongues in the middle.
Yes.
And it's just so much,
much
and
to
so
learn.
much evolution with even with the instruments what we use. So it's not the typical cowbells that my father used to ring.
Right.
You know, and he'd look at them and be like, "Where you going with that now?" I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, so
You have a double bella and
I
Triple
know.
bell.
a triple bell now.
And
right?
some up here and in the back, and you just. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
there's a new instrument. I mean, I don't know if it's new, but it's called the
Oh, the kunkalakas.
kunkalakas.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's
Kunkalakas.
really nice.
I
sound
don't know what a
good.
cogalakas is.
It's
but
kind of like it's kind of
They
like,
look like
bells.
And they rested on their shoulder and they hit them.
Oh, I see. I saw
Yeah.
it on Bay Street.
Yeah.
Kunkalakas. Yeah.
Okay. That is a recent invention. Eh?
Yeah, that came about probably in the last 10 years, maybe 8 years.
All of that.
Yeah, that's been around, but
Do you-
that long.
Do you know how it got its name?
Ruben Delvaux introduced that to the music segment, and everybody just adopted afterwards.
You're a professional junkanoo man, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been involved for so long,
Yeah.
and I've been around so many of the artists and so many of the participants. I know it and out.
All right, tell me now, when you gonna finish my JCN and my
yeah,
Love
cut to
97
the
stuff?
chase.
Yeah, all right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to have these
You
displayed.
could get him now, Mr.
Yes.
Jones. Junkin' over, so he
Junk-
got a little time
absolutely.
now.
Yeah.
So you came here and you teased me with these, so you got to finish them, eh?
Yeah, no problem. That's a
Very
small.
good,
That's a small
very
problem.
good.
Yeah.
Angelique, are you accepting any more people to contribute costumes or any more
Well,
vendors?
right now, persons can bring additional costumes, but at this stage, it won't make the booklet.
Okay.
So persons who would not have submitted costumes to this date will have to rely on persons coming to the grounds to be able to see it, as well as when we post it on the website, and when we post it, Mobile Assist is also on board with us. So that's another avenue that we're able to showcase the costumes for persons to purchase. So even after the festival, there are opportunities for persons to purchase that. And we have a wide reach, the international market as well, by way of the website.
Very good. Well, Angelique, we wish you well again in this, your second
Thank you.
annual Bahamas Junkanoo Art Music Festival.
Thank you.
And we hope that it is as successful or even better
Thank you
than
very
last
much.
year.
And thanks for accommodating us and helping us to get the word out. Your support means a lot.
Very good. Thank you so very much for being here. And we thank you, Gino.
Thank you for the opportunity to share my talents.
Yes, absolutely. And Bianca, I always thank her for bringing these exquisite things to our show, and
Yes.
wonderful guests every week. Thank you so very much.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it, the event.
Good, thank you. Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening, everyone.